Well, here it is. Last day in Lima. Last day in Peru, for that matter. Got a lot to do today. First thing, apparently this place I'm at, they don't take credit card payments for laundry, so I've got to go get some cash. And then got to go to the gym. Then got to do some video editing type stuff. Then got to fill out some immigration paperwork. For Colombia. But since realistically I can't function without at least one coffee in the morning, the real first thing that I'm going to do is go to my favorite coffee shop. So let's go. Hola, buenos días. Por favor, uno cappuccino. Gracias. Oh yeah, the coffee of this place is seriously good. Ray's coffee. Give it a try if you're in Miraflores. Seriously, kicks ass, I'm telling you. So, like I said, I got to fill out this immigration form because tomorrow I'm headed off to Colombia. So, looking forward to that. And I don't know. I think the people at the hostel told me I got to pay for my laundry by like 10 o'clock this morning, but I'm not leaving today. And honestly, it's not my fault that I don't have cash. Well, it's not my fault that they don't take card, more like it. And it's 9 o'clock, so I still got time. But before I do any of that other stuff, I'm gonna go hit the gym while I still got my coffee buzz on. Let's go. It's that Smart Fit here. Pretty solid gym actually. Like a lot of machines, a lot of nice equipment. So should be a good one. Anyway, just gonna warm up here with some leg extensions. Today I'm just gonna blast the legs. Do a slight bit of upper body, just some arms. And that'll be good. Doing the Mike Mentzer regime, so just one set to failure. So do a little bit of a warm up, and then we'll just pre-exhaust these quads here on the leg extension, and then hopefully we'll get a squat rack. Well, squat racks are all taken, so gonna have to settle for leg press today. It's not my favorite, but still gonna get the job done. Now, honestly, I feel like it targets the hamstrings more for me, and that's kind of gonna be the goal anyway. So just don't feel like it gets the butt as good as the squats, but you gotta work with what you got when it's busy. Anyway, I'm not trying to film every set here. I'm not trying to be like some sort of fitness influencer, but it's probably what some people think when they see me filming and that, but I don't really care. Anyway, just finishing off some legs with wall sits. Pretty much in a lot of pain right now. Yeah, so just gonna do a couple drop sets for triceps, biceps, that's it. Basically, I've been doing this sort of Mike Mentzer high intensity training now for, I would say, about 6 months. And you really can't tell how good a workout regime is until you've done it for some serious months. So, but I'd say I'm making progress actually, and it works really good when you're traveling because you only have to hit a gym maybe 2-3 times a week. You can pretty much get everything done and still see some results. So, yeah. That was a killer one. After arms just did a little bit of just did some abs, kind of cool down. And now the real cool down is chilling. Massage chair. Yeah. 449 person capacity. Could you actually imagine what 449 people would look like in a gym like this? Why 449? Why not just 450, make it even? I guess that's where they draw the line, because if it was 450, it'd be like, can't even move in this place. What we got here? Scale. Nah, I'm up the scale. We're good. Alright. That was nice. And honestly, that massage chair felt really good on the back. Like, surprisingly good. Quite like that. So, I guess now, the important thing is going to get some cash. Excuse me. And when we get some cash, then we pay the man for my clothes, which I already took. Because I wasn't going to wear dirty clothes again today. So he understood. That was nice. Just walking down one of the main avenues here. Honestly, being in Miraflores is really kind of weird, like especially after being in Peru for 2 months, because it's really not like the real Peru, so to speak. I mean, sure it is, but it's really just kind of like you could be in any big modern city. Like, it's a Scotiabank. Scotiabank sucks. I have no problem talking crap about big companies. I mean, they can take it. But no, like, there's just all these modern shops, and streets are almost too clean. Like, there's a guy cleaning the streets right there. It just doesn't, like, actually the streets are cleaner than like every city in Canada, honestly. Canada, we don't really prepare for tourists as much. We don't really care. We're just like, just step over the homeless people. It's no problem. Watch your toes on the needles. But most of Peru's a lot more chaos. Just dogs running everywhere, motor taxis, motorbikes going every direction, constant honking in the streets, which you find all that here, but definitely not in this part of the city. I'm just gonna walk up here to the bank and I'll give you a tip about going to the bank here in Peru. Hello, kitty. Might as well show you Kennedy Park since I'm walking through it. There's all these cats like down there. They build these little homes for them. Yeah, the holy cats. It's pretty dope, actually. Pretty much. Really beautiful park. But yeah. Cats. Cats laying around. People come to love to see the cats, you know? Also, it's pretty funny, apparently, if you mess with the cats, it's a serious crime. And I mean, I wouldn't try it. So normally there's like military guys walking around this park with AK-47s or whatever, big rifles. Don't mess with the cats, man. Plus, if you just mess with cats in general, you're kind of a dick. So, or just animals in general. Unless they mess with you first, maybe. Then it's okay. It's coming up on the bank here. So if you're in Peru, this is the bank you ought to find. Banco de la Nación. It's the only bank that won't charge you fees at the ATM to take out some cash, which is especially good for me right now because I don't want much cash. Because like I said, I'm leaving tomorrow, so just enough is what we need. I mean, honestly, Peru, I guess, is just like most countries in the sense that there's some really nice cities and there's some really not so nice cities. Miraflores, of course, happens to be one of the nicest ones. I think this guy's trying to get me to play chess with him. I don't play chess. I just lift chest. Anyway, let's head on back. And one more thing I didn't mention when we get back. Oh shit. Okay, we gotta run through traffic here quick. Gotta go back, shower. Then after that, we're gonna go get a shave. Or at least just get cleaned up, I'm thinking mustache again. And we'll see. When I go pay here at the hostel, I honestly won't be surprised if they don't have proper change for me. So that'll be funny, but then I'll just tell them I'll go buy lunch and make change and then come back. And at least that way I'm showing my goodwill. And I can shower. Like I was saying about nice cities though, honestly my favorite cities in Peru are definitely the mountain cities. They just tend to be more clean, and honestly the people are just slightly more chill. In general, the people in Peru are pretty chill, and most of them are not big sticklers for rules, so I really love that kind of live and let be attitude. I'm all about that. But yeah, the mountain cities just tend to be a bit more clean, a bit more chill. And even though the weather is cool, for someone like me, that's actually perfect because generally the rest of Peru, I'm way too hot. Especially in the jungle. I literally just sweat for like 2 weeks straight. It was pretty much insane. And on the coast, I just keep on getting sunburned. But even in the mountains, surprisingly, the one day I went hiking, and it was literally like 20 degrees out, so I took my shirt off thinking, it's not that hot, but the UV index here is insane, and I got absolutely roasted. So just keep that in mind if you plan to sit in the sun in Peru. Like literally, it's the first time in probably 10 or more years I've worn sunblock. I'm still getting a little bit brown. So even a lot of the locals wear sunblock, and like my one friend who actually had fairly dark skin, and he was wearing sunblock, and it wasn't even that sunny out. Like, that just tells you how friggin' hot the sun actually is here, man. Oh yeah, all showered up, feeling good. I got myself a private room just for the last couple days here because I wanted a good night's rest, and honestly, it's so important, especially when you're trying to like go to the gym and train and stay disciplined. Everything just gets messed up if you can't get a good sleep, you know. So worth the extra few bucks. I mean, this room, it doesn't have a private bathroom, but it's a private room. Nice big double bed, which is super important for me. It's only ended up being like $35 Canadian, so I mean, for a private bed, that's really not that bad at all. And for me, totally worth it because, yeah, like I'm 6'4", so sleeping on bunk beds really does not do it for me. Like every once in a while, especially if the beds are okay. Like some of the newer nice hostels have like really nice big bunk beds, and that's okay. And also on this trip, I've been super lucky. Mostly, I've been getting always the bottom bunk. And most people in their right mind, when they see me, they think, well, this guy's not, he doesn't want to go on the top bunk. And that's true. Little people and kids, and I don't know. Yeah, little people and kids belong on the top bunk, not frickin' 6'4", 220-pound guys, or whatever the heck I am right now. I don't know. Like you saw earlier, I didn't weigh myself because I really don't care. It's not the point, but yeah. Honestly, I was at another hostel a few days ago, and I was really seriously angry for some days because first, yeah, they put me on the top bunk, which like it was, when I got there, it was like one of the only beds available, so, or I think there was no bottom bunks available, so that's fine. And then I asked to be switched, and they were kind of like dismissive about it. They're kind of like, oh, well, like I was asking such a huge favor. And then they're too like, well, we got to change like a bunch of beds today. And I'm like, yeah, I know, like that's how it works. This is a hostel. Like, you work at a hostel, right? Anyway, like, and yeah, I really didn't appreciate their kind of dismissive attitude though. But then sure enough, like later in the day, the girl that was on the bottom bunk ended up actually leaving anyway. And then, so I asked them, they're like, no, like it's, the room is booked, so we can't. Like, basically they're just too lazy to take my sheets to the bottom and the clean sheets to the top. That's all I wanted. Like, I would have frickin' done it myself, basically. But, yeah, and then, honestly, the general vibe of the people at that place was fine, but yeah, the staff, no. And, yeah, like, I'm not gonna mention any names, but really was not happy with that place at all. Another thing that actually really irritated me, because after that I just started seeing basically everything wrong with the place, because that's how it works. Well, a bunch of things were irritating me at this point. One, they didn't have anything to make coffee, which, like, I guess I need to buy something to carry around with me, like an AeroPress, something small to make coffee, so I don't have to go out for coffee every day. But another thing was the internet there was crap, and I actually have unlimited data on my phone, but even the service there was crap. So that was kind of making me lose my mind. And then the the one time I was in the bathroom, one of the staff members comes into the bathroom, takes a piss, and then just leaves without washing his hands. And I'm kind of like, are you serious right now? Like, bro, you just touched your dick and now you're gonna go work in the hostel? No. So, extremely not impressed. But yeah, I don't want to like start any beef. I mean, if I doubt they'll ever see this, but if they do, they'll know who they are. But I do like to give shout outs when people do good jobs. So like right now, I'm at this flying dog hostel. It's a wicked location right next to the Kennedy Park. And honestly, the staff here has been super nice to me, like super welcoming. The prices of everything, like the room, to buy drinks here is totally reasonable. There's a lot of hostels, they try and rip you off. They try to like charge like twice or 3 times even the price for a beer than they would at the store. And then they have this like oppressive no outside alcohol policy just so they can try and squeeze you. It's like, no, especially for someone like me, you know, like I'm basically a budget traveler in a sense. I do not want to be squeezed for money, you know. So like that last hostel, they did me dirty. So another good rule if you're traveling and staying in hostels, if you can, never book more than 2 nights at one place. That's my rule. Because like you can easily book 2 nights and most of the time it's not going to fill up. If you like it the first night or 2, then you can just always book more nights. It's no problem, but never book more than 2, because you do that, then you might be ending up stuck in a shitty hostel like that one that I was at. So luckily I only had to stay 2 nights there. I moved over to this place. I got 3 nights here though, because I got a private room. And yeah, like I said, the staff is awesome. They didn't try and charge me extra fees. A lot of places too, they try and charge extra fees on your credit card. And it's like, get bent. Like, I'm not paying for you to own a credit card machine. Like, you should own a credit card machine and pay for it yourself. Like, that's what good businesses do. And how reciprocity works, for example, is I came here, they were super welcoming to me. They didn't try and squeeze any money out of me. So what do you know? I actually bought a beer from them. I bought a coffee from them. I did my laundry with them. Now they've got all this extra business from me. And yeah, maybe they didn't charge as much. They didn't make the extra like $2 or even $5 the other places are making. Instead, they made an extra like $30 because they actually were good to me, so I'm good to them. That's how it works. So just a lesson, if you're trying to run a business, treat your customers properly. And especially if you're in the service industry, don't be dismissive of people's needs. Like, that really just rubbed me wrong, because like, especially, normally it's never a problem. Like, normally they don't put me on the top bunk, but then also, normally if I end up being on the top bunk for a night or something, because that's all they have, if I go and ask, hey, like, can I move? Almost always, they're like, yeah, no problem. Like, or most of the time, if I just have like some sort of concern, they're usually like, okay, yeah, we'll help you, because that's how you do good business. So this other place, they just had this attitude of like, well, we don't really care about you, people are going to stay here anyway. Well, maybe they won't if you keep treating people like that. And maybe your ratings will go down. But also, I'm not going to mention their name in this video, like I said, but I will be to other travelers that I see, that's for sure. Anyway, time to get dressed. Time to go get a shave. Hey, kitty. This little cat chilling right outside the door there. Just waiting for me, I guess. Yeah, I know this is the Flying Dog Hostel. Like I said, I like to give shout outs when people treat me good. I recommend that place. Another actually pretty decent hostel, pretty social, also in a decent location, is Rainbow Hostel. Stayed there a couple times. And not the best beds there, but the staff are really nice. And the manager, he treated me really well. He's a good guy. Only downside is they also have a no outside alcohol policy. So, not my favorite for that reason. Not that it's like, oh, I can't live without booze. It's more just like I don't feel like being ripped off if I just want to drink a couple beers. But, you know, I think since I kind of showed them my goodwill, they let the odd one slide. Also, though, if you're looking for a wicked private room, it's not a Miraflores, but it's actually at the edge of Barranco, which is also a really cool community in Lima. But it's right at the edge of Barranco and Chorrillos, and it's called Casita Libertad Chorrillos. Wicked place. Recommend it. The beds there are super comfortable, and the lady who owns it is always super nice to me and very helpful. Highly recommend. Anyway, I'm gonna run across the street. I don't really feel like waiting. Cars don't wait for you, so I don't feel obligated to wait for them. Anyway, coming up on the barber shop here. Hopefully I can get in for a quick shave. Well, disappointing. The guy that does the shaving wasn't there, so I don't know. Thinking I'd try somewhere else, I guess. This is risky, but should be able to find somewhere good. There's a whole lot of barber shops in these towns. You know, most Peruvians don't wear their hair long. Something I always find funny is like when I walk past barber shops or hairdressers, like, I don't know, yesterday I walked past and there's a bunch of girls in there like checking me out, and I'm thinking like, yeah, I appreciate the attention, but I ain't coming in there. My hair doesn't need cut. And but also they a lot of the time they're trying to like sell me. They're like, come on, well, you want a haircut, don't you? I'm like, hell no. Does it look like I want a haircut, bro? Come on. Also this, like, maybe you can see, there's a tattoo shop and another tattoo shop. There's quite a lot of tattoo shops, and also them too. They're always like, come on, come in, we'll give you a good deal. I'm like, I don't care if it was free, bro. I'm a clean skin. I don't need a tattoo. Yeah, honestly, I think even though the other place they said the guy wouldn't be there till like 4 in the afternoon, I do actually kind of want to wait for him because, like I said, he did a pretty awesome job last time. Like I was saying with good business, you know, if you do right by me, I'll do right by you. That's how the world actually works. You know, people that get too obsessed with money tend to have a harder time holding on to it. And yeah. Anyway, you make the extra effort. I appreciate that. So I'm gonna, I guess, just somehow kill some time. My favorite lunch spot is open in like, well, maybe 30 minutes or so. So I'll just chill for now. Go get some lunch. Then I'll do the other things I gotta do, I guess, first. Then I'll go get my beard cleaned up. Never gonna cut my hair though. Ooh, look, a tattoo shop. Maybe I should go get a tattoo while I wait. Across the street here, this place, it's called Sacana Restaurante. Kicks ass. I made a short video about it called Perfect Morning in Lima. Check it out. You'll see. It's a wicked place. Menu del dia. 15 soles for an entree and a main dish. Or appetizer and a main dish. I always think entree because they use the word entrada, which is like entrance, I guess. But anyway, appetizer, main dish, and like including a drink, which is like refresco. It's like usually a tea or some type of juice. And another example of like those guys, man, their food kicks ass, their service is awesome, the price, it's unbeatable. So I keep coming back. Just polished off this chicken soup here. Just got to eat this chicken. Got this delicious beef steak here, juice, and the staff here. Super friendly. When I walked in, one guy recognized me and gave me a big wave and came and fist bumped me. It's a cool feeling. It's a funny thing, like when you're traveling and suddenly like you spend enough time in a place to be a local for a little bit. And for me, that's a big part of this trip. I've been kind of slow traveling, as they say. So yeah, kind of enjoying locations a bit longer. And Lima, it's been a good city to me. It's honestly funny to think, like, just over 2 months ago I arrived here in Lima, and honestly, I was pretty like nervous in a way and sort of out of sorts, but it wasn't my first time traveling, so it wasn't like that bad. And it was also like a bit of a thing that I ended up staying my first night in kind of the most dangerous part of the city. I say dangerous in quotations because nothing bad happened, but it is technically dangerous, especially compared to around here. But literally, since day one, I had nothing but good interactions with people here. There was like, very, very limited bad experiences. The hostel experience I talked about earlier was one of them, and that was literally, I can't even think of another one off the top of my head, to be honest. So, in general, really, Peru has a special place in my heart, you know? The people here, fantastic. And very heartwarming. Lots of great experiences, lots of people, you know, showing me unexpected kindness. But I say unexpected, but realistically, I mean, it's all like based on my philosophy. Like, you get what you give, and like I said before, I put my best foot forward, and you know, I show interest, curiosity, and I don't just you know, have any sort of arrogance about me, and I'm not trying to prove I'm better than anyone, and I'm completely open to the culture and the way they do things, and treat people with respect, and so you get that back. And honestly, this is basically the longest I've ever stayed in a single country, next to Norway. Norway, I was there twice for 2 months both times, or almost 2 months, I think. But anyway, that's also another place that like, people aren't as immediately open there. They can seem a bit harder to warm up to, but in general, really awesome people there as well. Like, and really trustworthy people there. Very safe, very polite country. And I mean, being an English speaker, Norway was really nice because everybody speaks English and they don't really care if you speak English. Super chill. An absolutely beautiful place. Gonna chill here and kill some time. And finally, I'll actually go get a shave. So I was just sitting here, and I had a very interesting and hilarious realization. Earlier when I was at the barber, the lady there wasn't actually trying to tell me to come back later. She was actually just trying to tell me the price. And my brain just wasn't really working. And obviously because I misunderstood her, I looked at her weird, and so maybe she said like 40 or something, I don't know. So I just heard 4 and was thinking, oh, I should come back later at 4. She was actually trying to tell me like the price was 40 soles, which I guess I knew that, but I don't really have a big beard going on this time. So it's a little bit much, honestly, for what I need at the moment. And honestly, I don't really need a super fancy mustache. I just need it cleaned up. And anyway, so I'm gonna go for like a nice long wander. I'm just wondering why these ladies over there are chanting. I'll show you. Anyway, not sure what they're doing, but it's always good to see people having fun. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna go for a long wander and try and find somewhere cheaper. Yeah, that was a pretty hilarious misunderstanding. I mean, I can actually understand Spanish somewhat well now. And like, I mean, I understand all the number system for the most part, so there shouldn't have actually been any confusion there. But this is why I don't like learning other languages, to be honest, is it just becomes confusing. And I don't want to get confused in my speaking and my writing and so on. So, in some ways, it's actually not extremely beneficial to me. And that's why I actually haven't studied like a single word of Spanish. Grammar or nothing, I just literally absorb it by listening to people, and that's it. But anyway, like I said, I want to find somewhere a little bit cheaper anyway, because I don't actually need anything fancy at the moment. Just want to get a little bit less scruffy. Honestly, one of the main reasons I was confused too was because when I walked into the barber, I was expecting to see the guy there, and instead it was a lady, which is doing some construction here. Which that's totally fine. I mean, I'm not thinking like instantly that just because you're a woman you can't be a good barber, obviously. I mean, a lot of the time women have those fine motor skills in their hands. They're like almost better. Like, they make better hairstylists and stuff in some cases, but my first instinct though is just always like, you don't have a beard? How would you know how to shave? Like, it's not the most logical thing, but that's just what my brain does. Also, it was just something that was given to me because I was hanging out with this German traveler for a bit, and he had a big beard, and he was like, I don't trust anyone to shave my beard unless they also have a beard. And for some reason that expectation ruined me. And I started thinking the same thing. Who knows? I don't think there's any truth in that, but whatever. But at the same time, it's kind of like if you went to a tattoo artist and they didn't have any tattoos, then you'd be kind of thinking like, what does this person know about tattoos? Can I even trust them? I don't know. It's actually kind of a funny thing because I literally travel with 0 shaving stuff because I find it to be a pain in the ass, honestly. Like, it's annoying to carry around like shaving cream and then like aftershave. And I don't like using those disposable razors. An electric razor is just too annoying and bulky because then you gotta charge it. And I just actually don't like shaving in general. So it's a lot nicer for me to just get someone else to do it. Makes for little adventures like this. I've had a lot of strange little, I don't know what you would call them, excursions. It's like where I just need to do this simple thing. Like the one day all I needed to do was find some ink for my pen. And it ended up turning into like a 3-day thing of like walking around different towns just looking for a store that I could buy some basic pens. So I just happened to be in a weird place where there wasn't like convenience stores that sold pens. Alright, so anyway, just gonna walk through some traffic here. It's just what you do. Because honestly, like, waiting for lights and stuff is kind of dumb. See, there they go, perfectly aligned. Anyway, yeah, both those barbers, there's 2 there, both of them are closed. This is a very typical experience for me, like I said, just trying to do something simple and somehow it turns into a full-on adventure. And I guess that's basically kind of example of the way I live my life. Like, a lot of interesting days I have when I'm traveling, I literally don't have anything planned. Like, there are some really big ones. Like when I went to Machu Picchu, for example, that was quite a big thing that required actually quite a bit of planning. And to me, it's almost a little bit annoying, but luckily that ended up being worth it. It's definitely a once in a lifetime kind of place to see. But a lot of other days, it's literally like I show up somewhere and I'm like, okay, all I need to do today is this one thing. So I'm just gonna go walk around and try and do it. And next thing you know, I like end up meeting some random people that take me somewhere unexpected. Or I end up just like finding some cool place that I was not expecting. Or I end up just, walking way further than I expect, and then it just turns into this huge day of exploring. I don't know. Anyway, there's another place up here. I mean, I could have just gone back to the first place, but no. That's not fun. Well, that's that. I mean, did the guy do as good of a job as the first barber I went to? Nah. I would say not quite, to be honest. Still, I think it looks pretty good. It's alright. Honestly, it's kind of just fun to try different places too at the same time. And I just walked all the way over here. It ended up being the same price, but I don't really care. I don't spend money on haircuts or clothes or I don't know, anything like this. And I find it to be a pretty, I would say, relaxing experience to get a shave with a straight razor. It's kind of fun. It's kind of just a nice thing. Put some nice like eucalyptus or I don't know what to call it, some type of nice smelling oil in my mustache, so that's cool. And now I just gotta wait like I don't know, a couple weeks, maybe a month again, and I'll go try somewhere else. I'm just gonna go to this cafe I went to yesterday. It's a pretty comfortable little spot, and it's right across from the Canadian embassy, so makes me feel at home, I guess. And yeah, coffee was nice, and just gonna have another coffee, fill out my immigration forms, get ready for tomorrow. So that's really it for now. And yeah, overall, pretty nice last day here in Lima. And more adventures coming soon from Colombia. So, stay tuned for that. Subscribe or whatever. Please make sure you hit that like button, especially if you're still watching at this point. And yeah, peace.